Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Saturday Sports on NCBN TT Television. My name is Nigel Paul. I am one of the new faces on NCBN TT Television, and we just want to thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Talk. We're on every Saturday at 8 p.m. And today, sticking with the theme of combat, because we all know that I am a national athlete, a boxer. We have some more combat athletes here joining us on set. We have the team from Team Elite Karate. We'll be chatting with them a little bit today. We have the head sensei of the gym and two of Trinidad and Tobago star athletes. So Team Elite, welcome to Saturday Sports.
Thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
No problem. So with us we have Sensei Barry, and if you look over to his left, there are two bright and shining stars, and they happen to be his kids. We have Chelsea, and we also have Christian. Guys, thanks for coming. So before we get to the current stars, I want to deal with your pops a little bit. I know you represented Trinidad back in the day, and we want to hear a bit from him and your love for karate and what have you done in your career as an athlete yourself in the form of karate. So tell us a bit about your journey in karate.
Oh, thanks for that. Wow, that is way back. There's a lot of ripping of calendars to go back in time there.
Yeah.
Because, our focus has always been now about the younger generation.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good to go back in the past and see where the culture started.
Yeah.
So back in my days as a younger athlete, I would have competed at national, regional, and international events.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the biggest events in my time would have been Battle of Atlanta World Championship,
Mm-hmm.
which would have been the biggest event in my days.
Yeah.
And I would have won that tournament back to back in 2000 and
Mhm.
2001.
So we see the success trickle from.
Yes. So I've always had that hard work ethics with my coaches and things in the past, and with my parents' support, and with my family and my friends.
Yeah.
And of course, karate in those days, we didn't have all the social media bits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think in our days we had just Yahoo alone.
Okay.
All right. So
you don't know Yahoo, no?
just emails and stuff. And we didn't have digital camera. We just had that's how far back it was. I used to buy disposable Kodak cameras.
Yeah.
Where you could go to the event, snap, and when you finish, you just go. When you come back home,
You get developed,
and etc. like that. So with those events, I would have gone to and do really well. And I would have received several awards from my school, and also the 40th Independence Award I would have received from as Miss Hazel Manning at that time.
Yeah.
For my excellence in sport. So and there are a lot of awards that can't really come to me right now, but there were a lot within my school region and my district, and of course in my martial arts fraternity. So after competing and and you're having your kids and you want to see that the sport develop even further, I then decided that I went away for a bit, and then I competed on the British League, and that time it was Woomer, right? And I would have won the British Open titles, the Battle of England.
I would know about those because Trumpet, the old Trumpet, he would have told me about those events.
Yes,
so,
and it was tough because you know how it is as an athlete going to a foreign country and trying to settle in, getting to the culture of things, getting to understand the competition type. It was quite a challenge from the beginning, but then after I settled in and I start, making podium and start winning the divisions. So for quite a while, I was across here winning and doing well. So my ambition was to always come back home and develop my sport even further, but more so in the community of San Grande and in the rural areas, giving those kids the places and spaces to compete and showcase their talent.
So before we move on to your kids, how was the transition from athlete to parent and coach since you're for gym? How was that transition for you personally?
Very, very good question, because a lot of us, we see ourselves. It's tough to make that transition. Competing all the time, you want to be in that ring. And I could see it sometimes, and I used to feel it like that. But what happened was, I could tell you, in my late 20s going into my 30s, and maybe about 30, 32, I remember competing in one of my major events and coming back to Trinidad, competing at nationals. And I came first, but it wasn't as easy or as comfortable that you think it will be. It was close matches. It was 2-1 wins, 3-2 wins. It was very close. And then I realized, hey, I can't stick it out with these young guns any longer. Let me take my victory. Let me move on. And from there, I started getting myself involved in different coaching courses and how to start, running the management of your club. And so that way, for me, I knew that I would be able. I'm still very young and still to compete sometimes. I was able to share those experiences and sometimes lead by example. Because I remember that year when I opened my club, I went to an event called the Pan Caribbean Championships and lots of different events that was happening that year. And it was a challenge to me by the rest of head coaches to make podium or win, to show the worth of your club and style. So it was quite challenging, but yet, as you can see today, many years forward.
I could somewhat relate because I have my own gym starting up, and for me it's tough, especially when you have to travel and then you have your gym running. So I am still trying to figure it out. So give me some pointers after the show.
Well, I can tell you simply. All of this is great success that we're having now, but it's not just me alone. Sensilina, the one who's behind the camera, the one who's very shy right now. If we are not here, she holds the ground. Very, very capable. She gets it done. She's the one who has us in order. She's the one who actually does have us here early today. She is the backbone of our club. That's our secret. So whoever is in your circle and close to you and want to see you succeed, that's the person you will put your trust in.
I must commend you also because I follow you on social media as well, and I see recently it did another course with, I think it was TTOC or Sport Company.
Yes, trying to the Ministry of Sports, and together I think we're in collaboration with TFISA, and we did the leadership course. So it's teaching you about the different things about being a good leader, learning how to help your athletes, also to learn about different policies and rules and regulations within the sporting aspect of the sport, and how to reach out to different people so that we can get assistance for your athletes and for your club. So it's very, very informative. Things like that I always welcome.
When I saw you a pattern, I was like, yo, this man's still doing things. Still trying to better yourself, trying to make yourself, more comfortable to the public, to your gym and to your athletes.
Yeah, because time waits on no one. Everything changes, especially in sport and everything with media. You have to be on the game right through.
That's true.
Sometimes in my spare time, you see me looking at different videos, interacting with coaches from around the world, trying to understand new ways to get them faster, better, stronger, how to recover better, how to get inside the athlete's head so that way you can get them from one point to the next, which is tough, as an athlete, because you had to get up in the morning, you may have to go to work, then you had to find yourself in training, and then before you know it, it's early morning, late nights. So it's
the life of an athlete for real. It's tough. So let's get to the nervous stars, I guess that's what you call them. So Sensei introduced them. I know you're proud.
Proud parents and coach.
You could probably just introduce them.
Yeah, well, across here we have Chelsea Winter. Chelsea is now first time going to be competing this year. Well, in the seniors division, 19 and over. And we have Christian, who is in the 16 to 18 junior division. And they're both national champions. And this year, they were the nomination for the FCB Awards.
By now, that's a regular thing.
Yeah, but this time it was quite unique. It was the first time in our sport that both a brother and a sister was nominated the same year. And they were both there in the awards together. And they were all soaking it in. So hopefully they could do the repeat at the end of the year.
I remember meeting you guys when you was like real small and following you on social media and things. I was really watching even through his whole journey and that backflip vibes. It's like starting off slow and then getting the whole thing and you over celebrate like
that's
like for me. So I've been following you guys. So Chelsea, my question to you is first, how do you deal with the life of being an athlete? I mean, your dad did what he did, and then most of the times, second generation athletes have it hard. And yeah, with you first, because you was like the firstborn, right? So the pressure of my dad did this, he did that. How do you deal with that pressure of knowing that your dad accomplished, and then you're being pushed to do the same or even better? How do you deal with that?
Well, honestly, Is I don't really have that pressure on me
Right.
because he do give us our spotlight
Mm-hmm.
and he do give us credit almost every morning.
Right.
Also being a student athlete, but we do get the support from our parents.
Yeah.
They really try to assist us in terms of time management
Mm-hmm.
with studies and in terms of incorporating training. We do try to work. He always try to work around our schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes we ourselves have to make the sacrifice, and I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very good. So Christian, I'm gonna bring you on. What I want to know from you, right? Because I've been following you, you guys' journey, and people tend to make success look easy, right? When you see you're always winning, and you're always on a podium, and you're always being nominated for this and that and the other. For you personally, is it tough to maintain that standard of excellence?
Yeah, it is because all the hard work behind the scenes, I'll say, behind the scenes, it's tough because the one always see the training that you're putting in, the sacrifice, and especially with how they say I had dry T-sec.
Right.
Yeah, it was tough, but
so again, like your sister said, time management.
Yeah.
What in training? What do you prioritize like in your training schedule? Because for us, some people might want to be stronger, some people might want to be faster, but then it takes from you. So like for you as an athlete, what you work on in your training?
Well, I would say what I just work on is strength.
Strength.
Yeah, because my sister and I complement each other because
Right.
I's like more speed and she's more
More
strength.
strength.
Right.
So we take things from each other and
All right. Nice.
try to grow that.
Again,
part.
I don't literally be in contact with you guys as often, but I do follow you. I see you started the EDPU the Athletes Training Center
Yeah.
program. How has that been going with you? Because I've been there myself working with the trainers there. How transition for you, Chelsea, from the gym into working as a national athlete under that kind of supervision? How has that been for you?
Honestly, it wasn't hard to transition because we usually would have woken up really early and train literally in the living room.
Right.
So it wasn't that hard to transition.
All right, nice. So
Yeah.
we're coming up to a break, but I want to touch on this topic before we come to the break, competition wise. And I'll ask you first, Sensei Barry, that preparation time, when you know the competition is drawing near, how strict do you be with them, or do you have it in the sense of they are well disciplined, so it's not that amount of work per se on that end of it for you? How does that work with you?
That has two answers I will have to give to you, a two-part answer. One, yes, because they grew up in it, they understand how the time is for training.
Yeah.
In the right time, they need to peak for the events. But also, it's a new time now where they're younger and sometimes they feel invincible.
Yeah.
You might see Christian want to go and play a little small post football or something, or Chelsea might just want to try something just so we have to bubble them. For example, coming on, we're now in active rest as we are getting ready towards that event. Nothing too hard, just simple drills, muscle memory, keeping it in order and everything.
Yeah.
And then weekend, bam, when they're ready for the event. So it's all about the timing and the schedule and how we set it up. And it's to ensure that the athlete stay healthy,
Right.
active, and if there's any type of injuries, they go straight into a recovery time for them to be prepared for the event.
Well, in terms of because I myself on the back end of my career now, I've been dealing with a lot of injuries, and I can attribute it to age. I'm getting old, so I'm taking longer to heal. So in terms of injuries, has there been any career altering injuries or something that they dealt with in the past? Or
Yes, with Chelsea in particular, she was preparing for Caribbean events, and it actually happened at a competition the year before, and we didn't know. She went to the Curacao Open, and in the dying seconds of the game, she scored a Mawashi Gary roundhouse kick to the head on the opponent from Aruba, I believe, and the roundhouse kick, bam, because she was actually losing 2-0, and with the pawn, she got 3 points.
Okay.
So she won right away.
Right.
But after that, she did get nominated for the FCB Awards, and we taken her to go and get her little shoes and
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah.
I'm very excited about it. But every time we put on one of the shoes on her feet, she's in pain. So we didn't understand that. So we took her for X-rays and stuff, and then we realized she had a
Hairline fracture.
A hairline fracture, and they had to pop it back. I mean, I think break it back to rethink, and then the doctor had the audacity to tell me the following: she'll be out maybe for like a year or something, and I just couldn't accept that. So what I went and researched how to do aqua aerobic strength training, everything.
Right.
And I got her in the pool every morning after, and then by 4 months time, we took her to the Curacao Open where she won the double gold, and then she came back to TNT and won the TNT Open, and then finished up with the national championship. And then she got nominated again for the same award. So
I should have called you when I came.
Yeah, I'm telling you, under pressure is that once you're back against the wall, you find yourself becoming very creative in different things.
So these, in my opinion, these are the things that the public don't know or are not aware of. So again, for some of us, we make winning look easy. Like in your guys' case, you'll make it look really easy. And then for some people, when you're expected to win, because I remember reading the headlines in one of the papers, like how it went something like Paul disappoints or something. I was like, yo, are you injured? But then the public doesn't know this. So then the headline will reflect what you went through. You just look at the result. So again, for you, Chelsea, going through that time where you had to do the rehab and to do the work and to come back on top and to continue again your success or your excellence, how that make you feel in terms of the whole process of going through that?
It was really hard, especially like missing out on certain events. But I had my brother as a support. He was like, he was the one trainer with me. He was always the training partner. He always encouraged me because it's real hard. It's very difficult to have a dad who is your coach. Like you can't go and try to cry to your father. He is your coach. He's watching you. He's the one screaming at you. So I always had my brother as my support.
Nice. Well, on that note, we come to the end of the first segment, so we'll take a break, viewers. Stay tuned. We talk karate on Saturday Sports. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Change our TV to the sound, boy, better stay calm, be cool.
Trinbago Heritage, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on NCBN TT Television Network.
Hi, I am Nigel. Quote Me Today is your daily motivational segment to start your day right. Join me Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. right here on NCBN. Remember, wake up with a smile. Today is your day. Straight like right when we testing, we just bet God when we jamming, we just jam down when we drinking, man is strong from hey, pop a bottle right now when we betting, we just bet God when we jamming, we just jam down when we drinking, man is strong from hey, pop a bottle, push up your hand.
My viewers, welcome back. Welcome back to Saturday Sports. We're talking karate today with Team Elite Karate Gym. We're going to talk a bit about upcoming events competition-wise. So tell me, what's next for Team Elite on the circuit or probably locally? Talk to me.
Right. So locally we have coming up our national governing body, which is Peacock Sports Martial Association. They're having a WACO sanction event on the 27th and the 28th. That is this weekend at the Bocute facility. Right. And I believe on the card it should have point fighting, like contact, creative forms, creative weapon forms, and musical forms. It's preparation for a following international events. There's an event the week after. I believe it should be on the 10th and 11th of August in Venezuela. And then in October from the 30th to the 3rd of November, the Pan American Seniors. That one is especially important.
Is it the first seniors for
First seniors for Chelsea. Christian is also going to be at that event, but under the South American Championships event. Same location and just different tatami, but different event itself. So he's actually going to be in Chile also. And the thing about this event, why it's so important, and the first time for Chelsea too in seniors, and it's an exciting time, is that if you qualify, if you make podium at this event at the Pan American Seniors, it's a qualifier for the World Multi Games in China the following year. So it's a big possibility, but for the first time that someone of martial arts or karate on the whole is going to be in a multi games of this prestige. So we're very, very hopeful. We've been training hard. She was away for a bit because she had her A-levels going on. It's now completed, so now I have her back. All right. But she was multitasking really well. She was on active rest. She will train, if she was training every day in the week, she'll try to squeeze in at least 2 days in a week with both, getting her beep test and strength training and all that, and technical trainings where she will work on her forms and maintaining her muscle memory in her cutters, her weapons, the preparation for sparring tactics, for point sparring.
So tell me this, in boxing we have like 3-minute rounds, a minute break in between where we get instructions, and sometimes from in the ring you can hear the instruction being shouted or backed at you from the coaches from the corner. Is that allowed in karate, or do you have to stay silent on the sideline?
Well, our dojos come down into 2 configurations. WKF karate, that's where you wear white uniform, and that's traditional. Or also, if you want to do a comparison, you could call it test cricket. And then we also do the sport martial arts, black uniform, we could call that T20. Alright, so if you had to do a comparison, I like to do it like
I understand, that's perfect.
Right? And the kids loving the T20 version of it, they love the excitement that comes.
That's like new age things.
Yeah, they love all that musical forms, everything with music and flashy stuff, right? But in the WKF, it's very strict rules. Once the person is on the tatami, it can't really say much. Only maybe when they're coming back, it could maybe throw some words at it. In the WACO rules, you could sometimes say some things, but if they're in a neutral corner, you gotta stay quiet. But it's a minute per round of 3 rounds. So during that time when there's a break, then you're able to give the instructions and have that discussion with them. So I would say in WACO, regarding getting to speak with the athlete, giving instructions, it's much more flexible. And it's also good for the coach and the athlete to get that time out and reconfigure it and come back again.
So I'm gonna bring in Christian on this one. So Christian, as a young man, firstly, how many countries, if you could count, have you been to?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
16.
16, a lot. Wow. Traveling and representing Trinidad and Tobago at this age, and I know you're going to be at it for as long as you want to, because again, you're fit, you're young, you look healthy. I mean, you're good, you're on top. In my opinion, you're running things to it. How does that make you feel to represent the country at this elite level? How does that make you feel?
Well, I just feel proud. Yeah, all my hard work paying off. I get to represent my country.
So now, when you at these events and like Chelsea said earlier, you're kind of feed off of each other.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to make it personal, but you know why your sister do better than you? Or do you have like sibling rivalry? Like, dive into that, how does that happen? Like, how you will get your sister to do more or do her best? How you do that?
Well, sibling rivalry is mostly come in training.
Right.
Yeah, well, in training. So, like, if, like, she doing something, right, and, well, she practicing and she can't get it so good, I was just going to do it just so and be like, you can't do it. And then that will push you more and, well, she will end up. Okay.
It's just two of them, right? Just two kids you have.
Yes.
Nice. Well, I grew up in a family with 6 of us, and I am the second to last. So I like way down the food chain in my siblings. But I know for a fact that my siblings push me. Some of them are not athletes, but just the mere fact that you have to go home after a loss, it'll be hard, right? And not hard in the fact that they will laugh at you, but they will laugh at you. And again, not to ridicule you, but to push you to do better next time, because they hear any voice in your back of your head, yo, you have to do better than that, you can't be on that. You know, there's the regular jokes that your family make, but I know is nothing but love and support. So Chelsea, for me, tell me your brother being in your corner going through that period of injury, because you say he's like your number one supporter in terms of the sport, being alongside you and pushing you. How was that helped during your rehab process?
It's really nice to have my sibling supporting me, because he don't laugh. He don't laugh when I lose.
Wow.
After.
Probably after. But he, like, days when I really felt down and I wasn't really feeling to speak to mom or dad, because at the end of the day I'm a coach, so it kind of had to face them.
Right.
It was really nice to have a brother and a training partner at the same time. So having that split and not just a training partner, that is what helped me to pick up myself again.
And like I say, I can relate, because my younger brother, he was a footballer. He's a personal trainer now, and being on the national team, sometimes the head coaches will travel with either the females or other boxers, and I'll be home. And my younger brother is the one who trains me, who came into the gym, weight training and running, that kind of vibe. So at the same time too, you had a respect, because as your brother, and at that your younger brother, but I have to respect the fact that he's my coach now. So in terms of you being teammates in the gym, does the sibling rivalry spill over in the gym? Like if you're quarrel home and or you go in the gym, or you quarrel in the gym, or how does that work? Yeah, talk.
No. Yeah, once we're in public, we have this unity.
Right.
And if say if we're in the gym, we wouldn't like quarrel with each other. We were like, see, you could lift more.
Yeah.
So you just take it out on the mat, like.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate that. So, coach, in terms of dealing with the weighter competition and family life for them, not for yourself, how has that coping process been like? As a parent, you would see a child sometime, this might be too much, this might be enough in certain instances. So coping with the magnitude of certain competition, like in this case, Chelsea, first time competing at a tournament at this magnitude. How have you seen her dealing with it leading up to it?
Well, we knew for sure that she was going to go up into the seniors division. So we know last year was her final junior into the new year, because she would have turned in April in her seniors division. And we've been preparing for it, and we understand the new challenges that come with it. So we would have set both short, mid, and long-term goals and what we're trying to achieve throughout the season. We want to continue to stay dominant in our forms and in our point fighting and basically all our divisions. We really looking at the seniors, and we know that there's a lot of pressure, because she will be the only female senior from our country going for that particular.
How many do we have going to that?
I'm not sure yet who has, but Chelsea being the top seed in her division right now, we know for her.
Definitely.
But usually it's the top 2 athletes of each age group.
Okay.
So that's how it usually works, or according to your weight group also for the point fighting or light contact or the ring divisions, right? So we know that it's going to be a quite difficult road.
Yeah.
Seniors is completely different from juniors, right? Even though the juniors division, I still think it's quite wide with the 16 to 18.
Yeah.
But the 19 to 40 division, it's a lot of experienced athletes and world rank. And by the way, we didn't mention that we just did we just went back onto the Sport Data app and we saw where her ranking is. She have dropped a little because of the inconsistency of not being able to travel because of we don't really have the funding to go to all the major events, and most of the events are held out in South America, in Europe. Most of the events are in Europe. So she went down a bit, but I think she's still in the top 10. She's like fifth.
Yeah,
fifth, and this is in the world.
Nice.
And this can be found on Sport Data in case anybody needs to
fact
check. I think that's the word now. Fact check. Right? It's in Sport Data. But also something that we did really good this year was for her to share her experiences as an athlete, as someone who's in school studying, doing her A-levels. There was a seminar.
Yeah.
And what was the name of the seminar?
Becoming
a Champion, where she was one of the guest speakers, and they were all doing it. Yeah, this was all the brainchild of our NGB, which is Mr. McClashy, Martin McClashy. He would have seen the talent, because he's very good at identifying the talent and pulling it together and making it work.
Yeah.
And that's a way in giving back to the NGB and everything else. So it was really good for her to speak to the younger athletes coming up, and they will have an insight. They will say, oh, this is what it takes to be a champion. It doesn't just come like this. So when she shares some of her stories and experiences, it was able to resonate with some of them.
I think that's important, because I think it was something like that. It was the first time I met you all came to the gym to talk.
Yes, you came to yes.
Yeah, so I really believe in giving back as much as you can. It really humbles you and in my opinion give you an extra drive, because you have young impressionable minds looking up at you, and you want to do your best, yes, but you want to be that kind of example for the younger generation. So again, I'll head over to Christian, because I don't want to feel lonely on the end. Right? In terms of your best tournament, because you were the tournament setting, right? Your best performance. What you would identify as your best performance in competition in a sizable tournament?
Pan America in Brazil. It was in 2022. Yeah. Well, I had a perfect record. I get 5 gold medals. I compete, 5 divisions. Yeah. I would say that was my
the best so far.
So far. Yeah.
So in any given tournament, how many I have to call it entries or
divisions, categories.
Yeah,
it's according. So in WACO, there are ring sports and there are tatami. We mostly do most of tatami, which is mat sports at the moment, right? So they will have musical forms,
right?
As an empty hand musical forms, musical weapon forms, creative weapons, and creative empty hand, and then there's point fighting and light contact. So this weekend in particular, I think Chris is in 5 divisions.
Yeah, 5.
Carded. So every tournament, it changes according to the format.
Right.
So the NGB will release the information, and then we'll prepare for the event. And to be honest, we always preparing for it. I mean, this morning they were already training and doing the bits and pieces.
Very live. So Chelsea, tell me before we take the second break. The last time I did something with my hand, and since he laughed at me because I did wrong. So, I mean, in terms of perfecting the art of martial art, for you, because again, you all maintain, in my opinion, a standard that you all make it look easy. So, do you attribute that to being in the sport that long, or do you particularly pay attention to the small details?
I do pay attention to the small details. Sometimes, if I pass in by the mirror, I practice. In the bathroom, practice.
Right.
Everywhere. on mat, you always go back to the fundamentals, the basics of it, not always because I believe that although I'm in karate for a while now, martial arts for a while now, I need to go back to the basics every time because I could just get ahead of myself and not like lose that the littleness because that is what like have me on top compared to the rest.
I understand. That's something. I need to go back to my basics. So let's take another break. Viewers, stay with us. We're talking karate on Saturday Sports. We'll be right back.
I'm Steve David, and I'm your host. Today I talk football as usual, and I have with me Linda Bramble, welcome to the segment. Michael Ragnar, welcome to the segment. Mr. George Jefferson, George Anthony Clark, welcome to the segment. That's Dwight Delion. The president of the SSFL, Mariri Gonzalez. Mariri, welcome to the segment. Leroy Delion, welcome to the segment, Leroy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in every Tuesday night, and NCBNTT, thanks for the opportunity.
Hi, I am Nigel Coutier.
Hi, I'm Jemima Joseph.
And I'm Jovan Paulette.
We are coming to a community near you. We're going to speak community talk. We want to hear your issues, your concerns, or what will improve your community.
Look out for us. We'll be coming soon, Nigel and myself, to your community to hear in whatever way we can do to improve your environment, be it employment, infrastructure, anything to improve your living as well as our home.
Catch us on NCBN TV television for Community Talk.
Welcome back, viewers. So during the break, I was getting updated on how humble, I would say humble, I don't want to say forgetful, how humble these children are. So since Barry was just letting me know the magnitude of what they did, when I asked Christian, what was the best performance? He just said, back in 2022 or XYZ. So during the break, I was getting the full rundown from Sensei. So Sensei, tell us. In depth, what he really achieved.
Right. So we were now coming back out from COVID.
Right.
And as you know, our island was one of the last countries to get released to go back out to train and everything, and to play and everything. And then we went across to the Pan American event itself. whole event before they split it up. So we went to Brazil, and it was over 1,500 athletes competing. It was the biggest event to date for the Waco Pan American.
Right.
And out of 5 divisions, Chris won all 5 gold. He was the first ever Trinidad and Tobago athlete and English-speaking athlete from the Caribbean to win 5 gold medals and 1 Pan American championship. And because of that, he was then nominated for the National Youth Awards, which he won. Right. So I don't know why he's so quiet and monosyllabic like this. And he had telling me what going on. Because I can remember a particular part of the fight. It doesn't matter how much time, just shuffle it around. Keep giving us the champion. We got to fight champion first. Just shuffle it again. And this is all computerized. But somehow TNT, Team TTO, only game Brazil. I said, okay, all right, fine. You know, we had a controller that. I said, Chris, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go in the ring. We're going to do what we do. We never saw it before. That's the advantage you have. You're going to keep it Trini flavor. You're going to keep fit on him. We're going to blitz him, fake him, frustrate him. And that's what we did. And that tactic in the end, coming down to the end of the rounds, Chris just started to pick him up. Bam, side kicks. Bam, Urumo Mashigari. Bam, reverse punch. Back fist, everything. Blitz. And then we went down to the rest of the rounds, and the rest is history. 5 gold medals.
5 goals, and he don't play.
Yeah, and Chelsea with the 3 gold medals and 2 silver, the most of any female athlete for TNT for Waco, for the Waco Pan American. She would have won that also. And again, this will lead them towards the FCB nominations and etc.
I could see the passion. I could hear the passion in your voice. Outside the fact that that's your dad. Because my mom my biggest fan. I just wanted my mother proud to be honest with you. And so like my mom, you know, you see Nigel on paper again. I think so I could feel it. You know, but it kind of reminds me of the fact that Trinidad is so small, and when we go to some of these events, a big nation like Brazil or probably USA or the bigger countries, they look at us as walkover, bonus stage. I remember in the Olympic qualifiers, I drew the number 1 seed. That was Venezuela at the time, and there was real high fiving me and shaking man. Oh, Trinidad. I was like, so I shaking hand. I you see. So Chumpel was like, the clown in it. They think you just a pushover. I think I walk over. So all that high five and body thing is just
the thing you're going to get
mama guy. You understand? And just like yourself, I went out there and beat him real bad. Old friend thing done. Passing the street, I was like, yo, what's going on, friends, amigo. You know. So I would say again, there's a fine line between boasting and really and truly being proud of your accomplishments. I like your spirit, you know, yes. You know, it's a simple thing because again, you all make winning look easy. I keep saying that because you're all on top and you all do anything and do anything.
They train hard to win easy, right?
You understand? Yeah. So I appreciate you being humble, but when you have certain achievements, don't be ashamed because you know the kind of work you're putting. Trinidad and Tobago might know. They just see the medals or they might see be unsuccessful or successful. But you know the level of work that went into what you have. So yeah, don't be afraid to say, yo, I did this and I do it good. Right? So I try my best to make the last segment kind of fun.
Right.
I know by now Chelsea less nervous. Yeah? No? Yeah, less? So we was just again in the break we was talking about an event that we met up at and I did a stance wrong. So I just want redemption here today. I would like you, Sensi, to show me the correct form.
Oh, the knife and block, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Shota Yuki. So you could have both hands out like this.
Yeah.
And you could put your left hand over this hand here and putting it to your ears, right?
Right.
And the objective is to come all across here. While this hand retract and block out. Now a knife and block could also work as a block or even as a strike.
Right.
Alright. So you can just put it out. And pull. And
so
block out.
I know how you making that sound like.
Just simple strike and breathing out. Right here. Something that just strikes here. Yeah.
I get that. Let me hear you laughing. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. What are you doing? From here.
Yeah.
And you're bringing it out and end up here.
Yeah. So you want to turn a little bit here. Shut up. Yeah.
You see, actually you're wrong.
Wow. Okay. So in case someone was ever trying to come out here, that's the block you will hit.
Right.
Bam, you block out one time.
I was thinking about
that.
I was thinking about
Well, yeah, so no one's coming.
Hopefully I'll practice. And next time we meet up, I'll just
Yeah.
We say, yeah, we get you. All right. So I like to play a little game. I did it with my last set, I guess, which was Tiana Guy and Angel George. I guess you
Boxers. Yeah.
So I kind of keep it in the combat family for the first couple episodes. So it's a word game.
Word game.
Trying to keep it around karate.
Okay.
Right? So it's basically what the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear a certain word. Right? I'll come down the line and we keep going over and over. Right? So whatever word I call, the first thing comes to your mind you say. Right? In terms of, it don't want to be one word back, it could be like a sentence, short sentence. Whatever comes to your mind. Yeah, you'll understand?
I think so. Let's see how good it is then.
Alright, so I'll start with you, Sensei. Dojo.
Place of training.
Nice. So I come on the line, right?
Yeah.
Wrong house.
Well, actually, great. After a kick.
A kick,
Yeah.
alright.
Winning kick.
Winning kick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speed. Anything.
Well, I think I speed.
You,
First thing.
Christian.
Me.
You, well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. That's fine. Anything. Training.
Very hard. Early mornings, late nights.
Wow.
Bye.
Chelsea, for you, uniform.
Nice. I like it.
Okay.
That's nice. I like it. Uniform.
I like it.
When they pick it on the uniforms, you mean? Is it like that?
Yeah, probably.
Christian, competition.
Winning.
Winning. I can see that.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Coach, travel.
No funding.
Wow. Nice.
No funding. Please, who's looking on? If you want to help us, you can reach out to us. And yes.
We get to that in a bit. But I feel that. Trinidad and Tobago.
Best country to represent, yes. Food is the best.
So for you, Christian, martial arts.
Life.
I want to talk about life. I feel that. I'm like around it off here. I try to stay in the state of karate.
Yeah.
So achievements.
Priceless ones. History making. Groundbreaking.
Nice. I feel that. Second generation athlete.
Expectations.
Yeah. Christian, she said expectation. I'm my next word just pop out my head. So let me see if I can get a good one for you. Awards.
Well,
You overthinking this thing?
yeah. It's not
First thing coming to my awards.
hard work. It pays off, yeah.
Hard work does. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Alright, so as you talk about funding and support to travel, tell me a bit of the struggles that you face in terms of getting your team out there, the exposure needed, and dive into that a bit about what you think could be done in terms of assistance and
Well, I'll share with you what's been happening with us right now. Since them children been doing martial arts, all funding comes out from our pocket. But we are very grateful for whatever assistance we get.
Yeah.
For example, the kids been accepted to train with the sport TT elite
training center.
In Port of Spain. So that helps a lot when it comes to their strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
But when it comes to nutrition, we have to cover all that with everything else with competition fees. And as you know, athletes are very expensive. They have to eat a certain way. Yeah. They don't do meat. They're very conscious about what they put in their temple. Right. Christian especially. You understand? You let us know exactly how it is.
Yeah.
But when it comes to getting to the major events, like I mentioned before, Chelsea and Christian were ranked higher in the world.
Yeah.
Christian was in the top 10. She was in the top 10.
So-
and because of the lack of going to events, we weren't able to get there to meet the competition points. And of course, the points you get for making podium. So our NGB will try their best
Right.
to send in the proposals and stuff, but sometimes it doesn't happen one time.
So
and
they
it
don't
pass.
qualify for elite funding, do they?
I think we should, because now we are ranking top in the world. But
I think it's like top 40 in every.
oh yeah, well definitely we should be
So yes,
able
we should.
to try out and see. It's something that we'll go and look for, right? And we will definitely try and see what we can look at. But at the moment, there's no kind of funding coming for us, but from mommy and daddy's pocket, which is you'll never get to go on the honeymoon. You promise yourself. But just as good, we get to see the kids go out there and compete.
Yeah.
And for example, the whole Venezuela event, why it's in doubt for us. I think the hardest thing for us is not winning enough. We will go there and we'll give our best, and it will happen. I swear to you. But it's getting there. You understand?
So, if there are any viewers looking on, how can they contact you or reach you first?
Yeah, man. Anyone who is looking on now and would like to get in contact or maybe to get involved in our martial arts program, we are based in San Grande. Our number is 477-4457 or 313-1101. Or you can find us on social media on Team Elite Karate TT on Facebook, on IG, on TikTok. Right, because I know the younger people like the TikTok, and the kids handle all the TikTok bits. You'll see some of the videos that you don't always get to see. Some clumsy bits.
Yeah.
I am most in the clumsy bits, but the kids make sure they identify me in that part. But again, our number is 477-4457 313-1101.
I would say anybody looking on and wants to get onto a winning program, definitely you should check out Team Elite, because there have been, again, a level of excellence over the years. It's hard to come into contact with people who maintains that level of excellence for a good amount of years. Because some people, always go sometimes, you win, you lose, but you all have been, up there for a while.
We've really been putting in the work.
And we know it's hard work.
And the athletes have been really responding to the training. And I think because of that, because of myself and Selena, and now Chelsea being one of the younger coaches, and Christian now, we're taking it back to the dojo, breaking it down, setting our lesson plans, and getting it, making our objectives clear.
So outside of Chelsea and Christian, you're champions in the gym. How many champions you have at the gym?
Oh, loads. So at the last nationals, we would have done.
Give me a little shout outs now.
Yeah. I want to give a little shout out to my little man as game real job. Everybody we're talking about Cristiano, Cristiano. He's doing very well, right? Yeah, sorry, Cristiano, right? I also would like to big up one of my black belts who work very hard. Also, Ivana Seeley, Darshan Durga. A lot of champions in our dojo. We have one called Tom Tom, right? We call it the Tom Tom. We have again Malika Williams, little Deandra, a little Kai's a warrior, right? We have a lot of them coming up. We have Ishan, also known as Reverse Punch. We call him Reverse Punch. We have a lot of nicknames for kids like Tom Tom. Tom Tom real name is Tyler Mohammed. His mom gave him such a lovely name, and I call him Tom Tom. You understand? But he's tough, really. I think a lot of great athletes coming along, some really new talent. The Bagaloos are coming in now. Anyone else we forgetting? Those more. Ty J and my two nephews. Ty J and Johnny. That's my brother's his sons. And very talented. But my God, they remind me of how these two were. I had to run them down to find them. Right? But a lot of talent in the San Grande region. Kids are from Turco Granivere, from Gordon Miller, Fish and Pond, they're all coming down to train. We have people from outside San Grande, as in from Arima, San Agustin, San coming down to train until some weekends because they know what the program details.
Dylan Fasad.
Yes, little Dylan Fasad. And I couldn't forget Dylan, right? We have to change his diet. But they work really hard. And I must also say, for many years, we might have struggled a little bit with the female competitors, but now it's looking more healthier. Chelsea and her mom Sensei Lena has been really pulling that group of
nice.
females together and keeping them consistent on track.
Good.
And that's where we could be able to confidently tell you that we have like Malika and Ivana Seeley, who are doing really well in the divisions and future awardees and major things.
That's what we talk about. So, swiftly coming to the end. So, Christian, you have any closing statements? Anybody want to say hi to? No, I had the chance to. I know we're at the end, so you can't be shy anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So, anybody want to say hi to, hello to?
Well, hello to the teammate family. Yeah, to everybody.
All right, nice, Chelsea.
Yeah.
You?
I want to say hi to my grandmother.
Nice.
She has
Hi,
really
Granny.
supported us for the past days, but at the moment she's a bit ill.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Hi, Granny. And Sensei.
I want to big up the whole Team Lee Karate family and everyone who supports us and continue to do so. And of course to my mom and my father, who have been, they've been in our corner all the time and supporting us. Some of our biggest fans, together with Chelsea, with Lena's mommy, also my mother-in-law. Very a family connected dojo, and speedy recovery to my mom, who she recently suffered a stroke, but she's a fighter, and I can see where we all got that mentality from. You understand? And she's coming along really nicely.
All right. So, again, I want to thank you guys for coming through and having a fun time. It was good.
Yes.
We started off being a little bit nervous, but again, I really want to thank you for coming on to the program. And again, I wish you all the best and continued success. Continue making Trinidad and Tobago proud. All right. So, viewers, there you have it for this episode of Saturday Sports. Remember, we're on every Saturday at 8 p.m. So join me this and every Saturday for Sports Talk. I will see you next time.